Welcome to Vlogmas Day 6, and this is actually kind of cheating because if you watch Vlogmas Day 5, that was this morning and I filmed my morning routine. I actually filmed like an hour and a bit of footage, so it cut down to half an hour, and I just decided to split the video and do a morning and nighttime cozy edition routines. I feel like the morning less cozy than the nighttime routine will be because I don't want to relax myself too much in the morning because I want to be getting on with the day. But tonight we've got hair wash day, so I purposely decided to film on this day because I wanted to show you the routine I've been doing with like the oils and stuff to try and hopefully help my hair grow a bit. Obviously, first of all, we're going to be removing my extensions and hanging them back up in this bag. I am loving having the clip-in extensions because it means that when I wash my hair, I can just wash my natural hair and I don't have to wash the extensions if they were like actually attached to my head and dry them each time. So I feel like it'll keep the extensions healthier as well, especially because the extensions don't get oily because they're not actually attached to the scalp. They don't really even need washing, and that's what dries them out. I also feel like we could do a little face mask as well while the head thing is on, because you're actually going to laugh at the amount of different head devices I've got. I've got this microwavable thing, which I'm kind of scared. Maybe causing me to lose brain cells. You'll see in a second why, but let's just hang these up first. And there's so many that came in this pack. I actually don't clip every single one of them in every time, so there was already some in the hanger. That's all the hair together. Shit, I missed a bit. I've literally got like a rat's tail. Okay, we can undo these little plaits that I do as well, because these are how I hide my bob, which is actually now a lob. I have the hair syrup, which everyone raves about, but I bought the mint one, and apparently that's better for the scalp, whereas if you want the hair growth one, the Rapunzel one's good. But I went to go and buy it and it was like £34 to get either one or two, and I just thought that's expensive. So I'm gonna try use this. This is rosemary oil, and it's from Briogeo. So we'll use both of them, but I'm gonna make a coffee now because I'm actually tired. I mean, I should be tired, it's like 7, but I'm gonna do a decaf one, maybe with a sprinkle of caffeine, because I do actually need to drive somewhere tonight. I've got actually so much filming to do because I'm trying to stockpile videos before Vlogmas officially starts, because I'm filming this at the end of November right now, and because I'm setting myself maybe overly hard task of I don't want anything to repeat itself. So anyone who watches my YouTube, I don't want them to already know what I did that day or what I'm going to say because they've seen it on TikTok. For example, because I want to do like a road trip video of a van overnight trip on both of those platforms, I don't want it to be the same one, because otherwise I feel like it's just boring, because I hate like when my favourite YouTubers just kind of repeat themselves. I don't know whether for Vlogmas that's just making it unnecessarily hard, and I'm a bit worried about the festival content because I feel like I'm just being a perfectionist with stuff, and I'm like, at some point you are going to have to overlap it if you want to talk about both things on both apps. But let me know what you think. Do you mind as long as like the YouTube is slightly different? Obviously it'll be more chatty, or do you find that annoying if stuff overlaps? The only thing that I hate about this coffee machine is how much messier it is than the pods. Like I just constantly have coffee explosion everywhere. But I have already kind of had girl dinner. I had some crumpets and still got some cookie from the Christmas market that I can have later. But I'm thinking I might make my eggplant, because I've got half an eggplant, which I love to make eggplant in the air fryer and make it taste like soy sauce and umami, like proper like Japanese style. And I think I perfected it because you can't put it straight into the air fryer. I'm going to show you the process. You basically need to score it a little bit first. I cut the eggplant in half really badly, so it's definitely less than a half. Then I put like a little bit of water on it just to give it a bit of hydration when I microwave it, just to slide into the gaps there. And I just microwave it like straight in the microwave. I have tried microwaving it inside of like a tub, but I find it just cooks better in the microwave like that. I do that for like 5 minutes. I'm actually loving being in my room at the moment since I did a clear out and there's a lot less junk on the sides. It's a lot more calm. I saw something that really motivated me to clean. I was watching a video and the girl was saying that basically she has to clean because her house is her backdrop and it's part of her job to clean to make sure the backdrop's good, and I'm like, shit, that's how I need to think of it. And in terms of living situation, we've got a little bit of a problem at the moment because our house is probably going to take a lot longer than what we anticipated, and I'm living in an ideal world where as soon as the deals go in we'll be able to move in, but that's going to be a long time away and it's not going to be livable at that point because you've got to do full rewire, full changing the pipes because they've got lead pipes and everything like that. So my boyfriend was saying that he thinks maybe we should look at renting somewhere together, because right now he doesn't rent, he's living at home, so it's kind of inconvenient for him to stay here because there's no parking, and especially because he's got a work van, it's not really like good to leave it far away. He wants it to be on a driveway. So that is a potential that we'll look for somewhere, and probably would be close to the house so that it makes it easier to work on the house, but it's just whether we can find somewhere that's cheap, because at the moment my rent here is £700 a month, which I'm so happy that I chose somewhere that was relatively cheap because it allowed me to save up to want to buy. And I would say, especially if you're self-employed and like if you're making like okay money, don't like let the income creep take over and make you just want to sign up to an expensive rent, because you guys would have seen if you watched my flat hunting videos, I was really considering going for somewhere in town, and it was £2 a month, and that would have meant that I would have had to pay 6 months up front because I'm self-employed, so that would have been 12 grand. Like, that's a house deposit. Like, yes, where I live now nearly as nice, but would I have been able to buy a house if I'd done that? No. So like, it's short-term discomfort, and it's barely discomfort because it's such a nice room, but I'd way rather live within my means in the short term and then be set up for life in the long term. The only stress is we spend every single thing that we have on the renovation project, on buying the house, so now we literally have nothing apart from like what we're making as we go along, so that is like pressure, and I'm just trying not to think about it too much. At the moment we've not paid for any big costs yet, so I'm not like stressing, but once we've paid for the steels, that will be literally like zero money. Okay, the eggplant is ready, so you really want to soften it up in the microwave because otherwise it will just go dry and not soft, and like you want it to be like really like pulling apart, and like if you cook eggplant right, it can have a consistency, not meaty, but it has such a good consistency. So I'm going to use dark soy sauce. I have experimented with putting like umami paste and miso paste on this, but I think soy sauce is the best. Sometimes I do add a bit of miso in there as well. This is my miso paste. This is going to be so soft though. Yeah, and then I just like put that in the air fryer like this. While that's cooking, I'm going to do my oil, and this is the little microwavable thing that you put on with the oil already on your hair. So we'll heat that up in a second because I think the heat just helps the oil absorb. But first of all, let's do some of this mint stuff on the scalp. I have, without oil, been using this a lot more, and it's actually so nice. I've asked for an electronic one for Christmas that's going to like massage me. It's like £29 on Amazon. I asked for it off my sister, getting all the headgear. That's one thing that I've done like every single year, is like ask for hair growth stuff. I feel like it's the sort of thing that's like kind of expensive and you don't know what works, so it's like, oh, I'll just ask for it off someone else and then I can try things out. That was my last of that oil as well. I've had that for like a year because I didn't really consistently use it. So really just went for a phase where I was like, I guess if I want to be bleach blonde, I'm just going to have really short hair and like resign myself to never letting it grow. But because I found a good hairdresser that would like bleach my hair with no overlap and everything, I just kept going back to her, and then it was growing even though it was bleached. But what annoyed me before I found a good hairdresser was everyone would be like, you need to go to the same person. I'm like, I will do once I find one that like does it like well, because maybe it was harder because I was asking for highlights, and I think highlights there's always going to be a bit more overlap. But yeah, I'm so glad that I switched to the scalp bleach because I got the desired like bleach one that I wanted on the roots. And now I feel like I've done that, learned how to grow my hair, got really good hair routine. Like if you've seen like how my hair used to be versus now, like the hair routine has definitely saved my hair. Oh, it just feels so good. Then let's do some of this new stuff on the rest of the hair. The only thing I find with oil, if anyone's got any tips, I always double shampoo it anyway, but I find that it's really hard to feel like completely clean after washing your hair because I feel like the oil sticks in it. Switched back to my tangle teaser because I was using that wet brush, which I thought was better, but people said that any brush that's got like balls on the ends of the bristles snag your hair, so apparently tangle teaser is better. Right, the head massage is going in the microwave. Put that on. The microwave is done, but we have some bad news. I did overcook the eggplant because it was not as big as my usual half an eggplant, so I've like cooked it for too long. I reckon a little bit burnt might taste nice, but it actually looks like a chef's hat, this. I was scared that like it might kill brain cells if it's too hot, but this eggplant I could probably like take a bite of like that, but oh, it tastes so good with the soy sauce. Just super salty. I need to like cool down a bit so I don't burn my mouth. But there must be a reason why people don't put hot stuff just around their head, because I feel like it can't be good for you. I think she's cooled down a little bit. I'm gonna show you like how good it is. Like meaty. It's so good. I do usually like to wash my hair the same time that I put the hair mask in because I don't want to get oil all over my bed sheets, and I also like to dry my hair all the time now. I don't like let it air dry for a little bit, but I'd rather just style it once and then it stays asleep for the whole time, because I used to be so lazy with using a hairdryer, but it actually does affect like how your hair looks for the rest of the few days. Right, the eggplant is all gone. I've been loving having the healthy snacks from the air fryer. I also love truffle oil sprinkled on courgette slices with a bit of salt. I feel like the air fryer has actually changed up my eating routine so much, because you guys know I was addicted to ready meals. It's the same amount of satisfaction because I just want something to chew sometimes. Like, I'm definitely someone that comfort eats. Like, I wish I was someone that when I'm stressed doesn't eat, but I rarely ever do that. The only time that I've ever not eaten from stress is when I was like really heartbroken and I lost weight then. But like, that's why I always say that whenever I look my best, I'm my most miserable, because I'm such a comfort eater when I'm happy and when I'm sad as well. But like, unless I'm literally in the pits of hell, I'm going to be eating. Hair wash time. I'm using the Red Cane Acidic Bonding Concentrate Shampoo and Conditioner. I find it so weird how it says conditioner shampooing and then shampooing. The number of times that I've accidentally poured out the conditioner because it says shampooing and I just skim read it. Why do they say that? It's hair dry time, but my skin's feeling really tight because I just got out of the shower, so I'm thinking of doing my skincare, and it's a bit of a tricky one because I want a fake tan and I don't want to put too much moisturiser on that's going to stop the tan absorbing. So I'm going to use this stuff which the girl who does my lip filler called Sophie gave me. She says it's really good for like the skin's barrier. It's called hypochlorous acid, and like you can just spray it on your face. So I'm going to do that first, like that. Hopefully hydrate me a little bit. And I would use this as my nighttime moisturiser. It's literally £1 and you can get it in Poland. All of the Eastern European girls will corroborate that this brand, it's called like something, I don't know what the name of that is, how you pronounce it. It's literally why their skin is so good, because it's so thick. It's like E45 vibes, but makes your skin so glowy. Oh, I've just gone in there now. Well, if we put it on and let it absorb a little bit, then I can do the fake tan in a minute. Probably best to do the fake tan once my hair's dry anyway, because I don't want my hair to get wet and like move it around on the face. Also just made myself a cup of decaf Earl Grey in my gingerbread mug. This mug is absolutely massive and it's definitely going to make me need a massive wee. So we've got that to look forward to keeping me awake, but let's just dry it a little bit. First, actually, I need to put my heat protectant in. I'm using this Bumble Stuff as heat protectant. It's the Styling Cream Invisible Oil, because it's like a cream rather than an oil. I find my hair doesn't feel greasy after it. And it just smells so good. I say this in every video. And then I'm just brushing that through with my Tangle Teaser. Right, let's dry. Ooh. Started setting. Probably could do with getting my roots reblended, because like it's very big contrast now. Good thing about having about 5 strands of my own natural hair is that it dries very quickly. These little like chemical broken bits up here, which they used to be up to here, so I'm just glad they're growing and like they kind of look like long layers now, which is great. Oh my god guys, I actually just realised then when I was thinking about fake tanning next, because when I fake tan it sticks to the lip blush that I had done, and I did a video the other week that was saying like everything that I had done, and I forgot to mention lip blush, and I feel like that is actually quite a key thing. I never really filmed the update on it, because when you get lip blush it's like a tattoo for your lips. You have to get it done like twice. You do the first appointment and then you have to get a top-up after, I think it's 6 or 8 weeks, and I missed the top-up appointment. I got really confused because I messaged to try and book it, and she was like, no, you need to do it after 8 weeks. So I thought she meant like ask again in a few weeks, and so I asked, and then she was like, you've missed it. So I was like, maybe I asked already too late. I'm not sure, like I really didn't keep track of it very well, but I liked the result from the first time, but can't lie, it's really painful. I think because I didn't eat before the appointment, I drove really far to go get it done, because the girl who I got it done with did like really nice nude ones, whereas a lot of lip blush places, this is the fake tan by the way, I'm just using the clear one from Tannelese. I think this is just like the B&M Bargains brand, but it's a see-through, but it is in the shade dark, which we want, because I was realising my other facial fake tanner, I like it, it was a serum, but it was definitely not going as dark as I like it. I like applying it with the brush and applying it to the cheekbones and like as if you were contouring with it first. And I do try and avoid like putting it too much in my eyebrows because they will go more orange than they already are. And then yeah, not too much on like the nose because the dry skin on the nose will attract it. And like make sure I get it up into the hairline. A bit on the ears. Yeah, I might go and get the lip brush done again. I think apparently there's a new type of numbing cream which makes it a lot less painful. And I do recommend it because the thing is if you're getting filler and you don't have a lot of pigment, then the filler can look really crazy. It'll look migrated even when it's not migrated just because the top of your lips not got as much colour, so it definitely does help. I'm like, let me know whether you guys like the lips since I got them refilled, because at first I was like, oh, I feel like it's not like relaxed into my face yet, and usually instantly after the filler I'd like it and I wouldn't feel like it needed to relax, whereas like I don't know whether I'm just getting lip filler blindness as it goes a few days in, but now I'm like, okay, I actually like it, but maybe that's just because I'm like used to it. So let me know, because a few people have said that they did like it. I just think, should I have just left my lips alone? I think that Sophie did a really good job, but it's just like, am I growing out of wanting massive lips? Because I did request massive lips and maybe I'm maturing. I'm not sure. I think I've got a little bit more to dry, so let's just do one last little blast. Dry the face as well. I will say I heavily regret wearing this dressing gown to dry my hair because I'm literally overheating so much. But I think this is the hair done. I'm gonna get ready for bed now. Also, if you watched my morning video, you will have seen that I found this iPhone like 5 that I had in my storage unit, and I was thinking, oh, it switched on and it literally has my, I thought this was my planner from when I was in year 7, but it's not. It's actually, when I look on the camera roll, this is what I used when I was 18 in New Zealand, and I actually guessed the password. It's an old password, but it's got all the pictures from like when I was in New Zealand. This is when I went skiing at Mount Hutt. I mean, the screen's completely broken. And I literally used an iPhone 5 for the whole year. I didn't even get a SIM card. That's how bad at procrastinating I was. Like, this is how I don't function as an adult unless there's someone there to tell me, like, you need to do this. Because I was in a different country on my own at 18, across the world. Only could message people if I was on Wi-Fi. Like, I literally had to load up maps before I set off anywhere. Like, that's so scary. Like, why did my mum not intervene? But yeah, there's like all pictures of like everything that I did in New Zealand, like little baby me. That was me at the ski resort. And yeah, there's pictures of my little rotten ex in there. But Mount Hutt was absolutely stunning, like off a postcard. But the thing is that UK countryside is actually stunning as well. That's why I'm going to do a van road trip in one of the next few videos. It really annoyed me when my ex used to say like, oh, I bet you love New Zealand because I bet you've not seen anything green when you lived in the UK. And I'm like, the UK is not just cities. Like, we've got so much countryside and our mountains and stuff are stunning. Like most of the countryside is, I would say, kind of nicer to look at than New Zealand because it's not as barren. It's got like pruned fields and like, it's just like, it's got cool houses and like history and stuff. So compared to a lot of people who hate on the UK, I actually think the UK is really good, especially if you like music. Like, I would not switch. Everyone wants to say like go to Australia, but like when I was in Australia and New Zealand, like I found it so boring with the nightlife and like everything's more expensive. They don't get as many people going over there. They're so behind with the scene. Like, we've got so many more options and it's just cheaper in general. Decided to make a proper meal. I've made pasta with vegan black pudding and also some nutritional yeast on top and broccoli. Such a big bowl of pasta. I can't wait until the day where I don't have to eat off a tray table. Obviously, I'm in a flat share right now, and the flat share downstairs has a kitchen, but it doesn't really have a dining room table because I think they just assume everyone's going to eat in their room. But I don't like eating at that desk because the desk that this flat share came with was like a white IKEA one, and I Facebook Marketplace that pink one. And I've had such a nightmare with it ever since I got it because I think the person who had it smoked and it smells really strong of smoke and it's got like residue. I think they've had it in storage. It's got some like black stuff on all underneath it, and whenever I sit there and put my legs crossed, I get like black stuff on my trousers, and then it just has a bad smell where I don't want to eat my food there. And I thought I'd do a little mukbang. That vegan black pudding is so good, and it was only £1.50 at Asda. Once I've eaten this, I really need to work out what I'm getting people for Christmas because I'm so behind with it, and everyone's messaging me, asking me what I want and sending me stuff to get for other people, and I've just not even thought about it because I'm just like procrastinating it. I've had so many other things to think about, but it's getting to the point of I need to order them, otherwise the cut-off date's going to pass. And I want to be able to get everyone good stuff, but I feel like, I don't know whether like it's just me, I feel like sometimes I'm just thinking of presents because you have to get presents, and it's like, I actually don't really need anything right now. I wish you could do like an IOU present of like when I think of something, I can get it, because right now I'm just overwhelmed with trying to tell people what I want because I don't really, I had a list before, but I've told everyone that stuff, and it's just little things like tea bags and stuff like that, because my favourite tea bags are like £8 for a packet, so I'm never going to buy them for myself. It's things like that. And I know for the house there will be things that we need, but we can't store them yet. One thing I asked for last year was health insurance for travel for the whole year for every country in Europe, including like sports and stuff, because I went away a lot and I never remembered to get health insurance, so I thought that was like a good thing to get. So if you're also into travel and festivals, definitely get that, because I've been bit before at a festival where I went to the welfare tent and they charged me because I didn't have health insurance, especially now we've left the EU. I'm really scared with Vlogmas that I'm going to have an actual breakdown. We're getting a little bit of the way through it now, and because I pre-filmed, it's getting to the start of December, so like all the pre-filmed ones are going live, and I'm thinking, oh my god, I've got to promote them as well. Like I need to make sure I'm driving traffic from the other apps onto it, and it's like, oh, there's all of that to think about. Plus I'm trying to do Vlogmas on the shorter app as well, where I'm doing actual live of like everything that I'm doing in each day, which is different to here, because here I'm trying to do like themed videos. Obviously today's the evening routine, whereas the other ones were like Christmas markets, etc., because I thought that'd be easier for me to like title and thumbnail for on here. But it's all going to hit me at once, and I'm just like, oh my god, am I ready for it? And obviously Christmas is already stressful enough, but I love biting off more than I can chew. I feel like I get the most motivation when there's pressure. We also have an exciting invitation which I got sent today from Raves to go back to America. So I went to Beyond Wonderland, which was an EDM festival with them last May, and they're doing the same thing again, but it's going to be to EDC Las Vegas, and I've never been to Vegas. I've only ever been to America once when I went with them last year, so I'm thinking I'll go to that again, and or go to a different festival with them. I think it'll be really fun, and EDC is like such a dream of mine. I really didn't know if they were going to invite me back or not, because like I spoke about, I'm going to speak about this in one of my future videos, I feel like even though I come across as maybe extroverted, because when I'm on my own in my room I can be confident with the camera, and I do go to festivals and stuff like that, I am also quite shy. And I was just feeling like when I was with like the group of people in America, I don't know, like it's just a different group of people, you're meeting all new people, you're going on your own. I'm really self-critical of myself, so like after the trip I was like, oh my god, they didn't like you, like you weren't friendly enough and stuff. And I do isolate myself sometimes, because it takes a lot to do all the filming before going out and then editing it and posting it. Sometimes when like other people are just chilling, I'm just like in my room filming and like trying to push out stuff, because I'm trying to put out a lot of content, especially on that trip. So you just never know whether that like you've made a good impression or not. But the content I did post did really well, so I was like really like proud of the work that I did. But I'm glad that they've invited me back, because I think I was just like overthinking it, because after the trip I was like, oh my god, like I've not spoke to them since. But I think that's normal, like sometimes I just get in my own head about stuff. But the only thing I'm thinking for that is what I did last year was they invited me, and then there was a few weeks, and then I went to Coachella for filming, and even though obviously that meant I only had to get like on one flight to America and then one flight back again, it was expensive because I stayed for the middle gap for 2 weeks, and I'm thinking I could have done that cheaper, because I actually love suburbs vibe. Like I was like right in the city in LA, but I would love to stay in like Riverside County or something, like some like random, obviously this time I'm going to be in Vegas, but like I would love to stay in like the suburbs and just like live a chilled life, like have my like American morning routine, have my like cold brew and stuff. I don't know, it just made me feel like a certain way. I feel like I was in the YouTube videos that I used to watch when I was younger, of like, you know, like the big American fridges and like, not Starbucks now, but like, you know what I mean, like going to the mall. But that was my issue, is I literally went to the mall and I went shopping and thrifting all the time. So I need to just like do it a little bit cheaper next year, because I think I just went a bit crazy last year. But I think it would be a good idea to stay for Coachella again, because Coachella was really fun. It was a good opportunity, and it really kicked off like the summer for me early. Like May felt like I had a whole month of being warm, and then it came back and it was nearly going into UK summer, and I was like, oh, basically had no winter. But obviously will depend on what's going on with the house. I just realised that, because I know I'm going to get people commenting around that time of being like, can't believe you've just gone away and left your house renovation. Well, the thing is, by that point, we're probably going to be on the point of installing the steels, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to get builders in to do. So I only need to be there just to film it. Just let me know what you would do if you were me, because obviously it's important that I film the process, because we're monetising the renovation, but I also do have to go away for work. And, you know, people have commented saying, oh, are you leaving your boyfriend doing work in the house? And if I'm not at the house, my boyfriend's not working on the house without me. Like, we're only working on the house together. But secondly, like when I'm like away on holiday, I am also usually going for either to post about the core theme of my page, the festivals, or because I actually have a specific brand deal to film while I'm away, or I've been invited by a brand. So I can't just like completely ditch my job and my career just to do the house stuff and stay at home all the time, because I built my page off travelling. But also, actually, on that, I've had an ongoing thing about whenever I like go on holiday or travel and post, the videos don't get shown to people, and I feel like they get shown to different people, because whenever I post, some people comment and say, you've not been on my feed for ages, now you're on my feed, so I'm getting shown to them now. And then the other people say, I've not seen you all week, when, you know, like once I'm home, they'll be like, I didn't see any of your other videos while you were away. So I feel like you're getting recategorised. And I've had someone message me, who's my mutual, and she was saying that apparently if you turn your SIM off and you go on Wi-Fi, then it sends you back to the UK people. But I also think that Wi-Fi has its own location, you know, it shows TikTok where you are. So I would say I'm going to try no SIM, Wi-Fi and a VPN. But first of all, I'm actually going to try leaving my phone at home with my mum, because I've got 2 phones. I'm going to leave my old phone at home, log out of TikTok on my new phone, delete the app, and then I'm going to just WhatsApp the videos to my mum and see whether that'll work when I go away to Rise Festival, because something has to change. And I need, like, obviously someone that I can trust with my phone, because I don't want to give someone my whole livelihood logged in and like just end up getting blackmailed or something. Like, I need it to be like a family member or a friend. But yeah, I just feel like I'll try that, and then if that doesn't really work, or if I feel like I can't control when I want to post enough, then I'll try the Wi-Fi and